So Mike has come in for us to talk us through a remarkable story.
Well, that's an uplifting story.
Yeah, a sports star who's involved in a really nasty accident and a sort of a road to recovery.
It's a story of redemption and really shows how tough speedway riders and athletes are, what they have to put up with going around the track at 70 miles an hour, no brakes, skidding around bumper to bumper, wheel-to-wheel racing. This is the story of Ricky Ashworth. Anyone in the speedway world will have heard of him. He rode for Great Britain. He was a former British champion. He'd endured crashes before and got back on the bike, but in 2013 he was left in a coma for 3 months. His family obviously feared the worst. But his comeback over the last 6 years has been nothing short of remarkable. It's defied what the family and indeed doctors ever believed was possible. And recently, he's been back on a bike at the Manchester Velodrome, the National Cycling Centre. I went with him. Let's have a look. There have been many heroic moments at the National Cycling Centre, but few can match the emotion and significance of Ricky Ashworth's visit here. A decade ago, Ricky was one of the country's best speedway riders, Premier League champion and riding for the British team. Like others at the top, he was riding on the edge and seemingly invincible, undeterred by pile-ups like this one in 2008. But after another crash, 5 years later, Ricky wasn't so lucky. He spent 3 months in a coma before finally his family's prayers were answered and he awoke, but the toughest journey of his life was about to begin.
Looking cool, Rick.
His sister filmed the journey that followed as Ricky defied the odds and medical prognosis.
Can you wave? Brilliant. Look at that balance.
Ricky Ashworth, eh?
Yeah.
And then this year, what many thought impossible, the chance for Ricky to get back on a bike. To begin with, a tandem cycle, but a chance to feel the wheels turning beneath him once more.
It's amazing, it absolutely is, to be here every week. He's so good to be sitting after again. Once a bike, always a biker. Yeah. It's good to be back on a bike here.
I didn't think he'd be able to do it, to tell the truth. I thought there'd be no way. It's like when you first let your child go on a push bike with no stabilisers on for the very first time. You're a bit nervous.
It is still a huge effort for Ricky to coordinate his brain and muscles to just get onto the bike, let alone soon be pedalling. Ricky can't remember anything about the crash, just the wobble before, and then nothing for 3 months. And yet here on the track where World Championships have been decided, Ricky won his battle. Back to the feel of racing. Passing opponents in wheel-to-wheel manoeuvres around the extreme bank curves of the velodrome. And on bikes with no brakes, just like in Speedway.
Step by step, it's been a long road. Just to get here, you know, still a long way to go. This beach is terrible, but other than that, it's just fantastic. I really can't believe it. It's so good.
And of course, being Ricky, he's not satisfied with being a passenger. His next aim is to ride solo around the velodrome, even though his dad says, oh, no, hold on. But you wouldn't argue and doubt Ricky, would you, and his ambition. And then next month, there'll be some sort of benevolent charity fundraising lap of honour at a speedway track, probably in Leicester, they're thinking, with Ricky on a bike, albeit a tandem or a push bike at least. But because of his story, partly because of his story, British Cycling have now set up these hubs around the country where people maybe recovering from brain injuries or with learning difficulties can get on a bike, whereas in the past it's been more for those people with physical challenges that have been involved, going to the Paralympics, etc. And now there are these hubs to help people like Ricky, to give them that experience, to rehabilitate them through sport and through that experience of flying around the velodrome.
Very
excellent.
Incredible.
Excellent. Thank you so much.
Thanks, Mike.